be there when you're down, when you're losing your crown, till the afterglow, the afterglow. Fading away, you look so great when you gotta shine. One more part of you is gone now, as you keep smiling at the crowd. Pressure is your best enemy, spotlights show what I wanna see. Sometimes it feels like you're under attack, you just can't break free. I'll be there when you're down, when you're losing your crown, till the afterglow, the afterglow. I'll be there when you fall, when you're losing it all. In the afterglow, in the afterglow. Whoa!
Ladies and gentlemen, it is Friday night, time for some Smackdown. This is Chris Best, of course, alongside, nobody, because it's just me for now. We got Chris Parrish should be joining the show at some point. OMD will not be made available. But right now, we are taking a look at Nick Aldis and Kevin Owens in the ring from last week when Nick Aldis made the match that it was going to be Cody Rhodes and Kevin Owens, both world titles on the line. That's right, Kevin Owens' real world title, as he's calling it, the Winged Eagle Championship, and Cody Rhodes and the WWE Championship being defended. Something that I thought about when they made this match, and I've been thinking about this all week, but what if this is actually a way to bring back the Winged Eagle title as a full-fledged championship? Something to think about there. But right now, like as I said, Cody came out last week. He was basically demanding the match. Nick Aldis was like, "Are you sure you want this match? Are you sure?" And speaking of Nick Aldis, a little bit off topic here with him, he has actually announced that tonight's main event will be a 6-man tag team match. Tama Tonga, Solo Sikoa, and Jacob Fatu to take on the Usos and Sami Zayn, or as he's probably going to be known as tonight, Sami Uso. But after this savage attack from KO, I've got to wonder, like, how is Cody going to respond to this, or what's KO got to say about what he did? But this match, actually, this ladder match, has been set for the Royal Rumble, I should say. Well, we're about to find out what Cody has to say about this situation. Phoenix, Arizona is on fire as Cody makes his way to the ring. Cody, of course, dressed to the nines as usual. And tonight I am drinking myself a Orange Crush, and later on I will be having a non-sponsored Dr. Pepper. Oh, in another move too, SmackDown will now have Lillian Garcia on their ring announce team, and Alicia Tyler has been moved over to Raw. So comparing this from Cody's got the microphone. He's about to talk here. I'll save my thought for later. That's right too. Tonight's SmackDown is the start of a 3-hour show, so we've got a lot to talk about on the show tonight. Ooh, interesting. So KO, or of course, Cody Rhodes is about to talk about his match with Kevin Owens, but we've got Drew McIntyre making his presence felt. Now, Drew has been going after everyone who has had some sort of an association with Roman Reigns, and of course, we know Cody has had that recent association with Roman. Of course, them being tag team partners back at Bad Blood. Cody also said he's not cleared to compete yet. So I gotta wonder. Gotta wonder what's going on here. I'm not sure, but on the ring itself, it looks like they're using like a darker canvas. Unless that's just maybe a carpet they laid out for this moment. I don't know. Drew doesn't have a microphone, but oh, there's a slow there's a stare down between these two men. See, this is a match I wouldn't mind seeing either. Okay, so he's hugging Cody. I don't understand. I don't understand. And Cody's got the same perplexed look on his face that I do right now. Well, right now, Drew has a microphone. Wow. So we had Drew McIntyre come out and say that he's not here to hurt Cody. He's there to help Cody. Cody then did not believe a single word he had said. And then he's like, if you want to come at me, come at me. We'll set up a match. And Drew just once again reiterated that he was not there to hurt Cody, but he was there to help him. And then he said, just one more thing, watch your back. And then we seen KO attempt to attack Cody from behind. And right now there's a separation going on in the ring as both men are trying to fight each other right now. What an explosive start to this 3-hour edition of SmackDown tonight.
What's going on, brother?
What's going on, Bubba? Have you got the show on right now? Are you seeing what I'm seeing?
I can't even find it. I go to WWE on YouTube, nothing.
Go to our Turnbuckle Talk chat. I literally put the link in there.
Oh, I didn't see it.
I literally put it in there 5 minutes before the show started. It's an unlisted link because it's only going to be shown to people outside the US. I guess the WWE doesn't know how to do that on YouTube, or I don't know.
Okay, there we go.
So basically, I spoiled you essentially on what just happened.
It's okay. It's okay.
But our main event tonight is a 6-man tag match with the Bloodline taking on Sammy, Jay, and Jimmy as well tonight.
Awesome.
I almost forgot that tonight is a 3-hour SmackDown. We've also got the women's title on the line tonight as Nia Jax defends her title against Naomi. Pretty sure Nia's going to keep the title in that match, though.
Yeah.
Because, well, Naomi just got another title. She doesn't need a second belt.
Oh, I have Andrade on my screen now.
Yep, I see Andrade. He's walking. He's playing with some tape right now. And the match against the U.S. title holder is up next.
Yeah.
Shinsuke Nakamura. Sorry, I'm struggling to open
subtitles. Woo. I feel special.
So now we get to see how commercials are going to work on YouTube tonight, because that's how they're broadcasting it to everybody else in the world.
So you think this is how it's going to be for Netflix?
See, I don't know, because I bought my Netflix this morning, right? And I looked into the WWE things. I paid for the no ad one. Yeah. The not the 4K one, but just the 1080 one.
Yeah,
because I don't have a 4K TV, so why would I pay for that, right?
But here's the thing: Netflix is Raw is not being shown in 4K anyway.
It's true.
So,
but there's a lot of movies that are shown in 4K. I used to have a 4K TV, so I used to watch 4K Netflix a lot.
Nice.
Okay, so this is how the commercial breaks look like. Okay, they're actually playing actual YouTube commercial breaks, but I can skip them. So
yeah, I just did the same thing. Yeah,
I can skip them, and I got the thanks for watching commercial break thing. So I might just let the commercials run,
just to see what happens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because as I said, when I was watching Saturday night's main event on repeat on YouTube, and they did this, I got bored waiting for it to come back. You know.
At least there's something on your screen when it's a commercial.
Yeah. So I did start watching some of the WWE stuff we have on Netflix today.
So did I.
I watched SummerSlam 04. I started watching WrestleMania 5 actually like 2 hours ago, but I put a stop to it after like the third match because I realized, hey, I got to get stuff done for the show tonight.
I did binge watching of the Royal Rumbles because they have 37 of them on there. So
yeah, that's every single one of them.
Yeah.
They have every single Royal Rumble there, every single SummerSlam, every single WrestleMania, every single not every single in your house. There's a few that are missing. What else did I? I think every single Survivor Series is there too.
Okay, so they've uploaded like pay-per-views and stuff. So that's
good. Almost all the major 4 pay-per-views are there.
That's good.
Not all of the Raws are there. There's a lot of Raws from like the early years and the Attitude Era that are missing.
Of course, because those are still on Peacock.
Yeah.
Right? And they've been heavily edited by Peacock, so.
Yeah, it's all back to its normal stuff up here, with the exception of like licensed music that they used to do for the pay-per-views, because obviously they don't have those licenses anymore, so they just throw up some random song over top of what they had.
Which, I mean, isn't a bad idea.
Mm-hmm. But there's a lot of cool content on there. So I don't know why people are complaining about not everything being there. I reported myself. Well, you did the episode with me, I think.
Yep.
Where we reported like not everything was going to be there on day one.
No, that was like not everything's going to be dumped onto it all at once.
Yeah.
Like
We got Bulkster coming in saying, happy birthday, Chris. Thank you very much, Bulkster. I appreciate that. And thank you for coming in and checking out the show here.
I got my mini me sitting beside me right here. As you heard.
To you too.
She's playing Roblox on my Xbox right now.
Nice.
Yeah. She's all comfy cozy. I got a little chair for her to sit in on top of an ottoman. And she got a blankie and everything. She's happy watching wrestling and playing her Roadblocks. Oh, are we coming back from commercial break? Here we go.
Yeah. They just played actually another commercial while we were waiting there.
Yes.
And I'm thinking that they're playing commercials that are catered to your personal algorithm. Because I just got a commercial for the upcoming federal election. So.
Oh, and I didn't. So next time there's a commercial, let's compare what I get compared to what you get for commercials. And is this Shinsuke coming out? I have not seen the new character like this yet. So what is he, a samurai or warrior or something?
Sort of. And we got a run in from one Mr. Parrish. How's it going, Parrish?
What's going on, my man? Ooh, this is pretty cool.
If you need it, you saw it. I sent the link in the Turnbuckle Studios chat, Parrish.
Oh yeah, I already had it.
Okay.
But thank you. Like I don't do my due diligence when I come on.
I got the link from Jimmy Corderas, so
I can't reveal where I got it.
This is really interesting.
Hey, you've never seen Nakamura's new thing, have you?
No.
No, he only knows through word of mouth on what his character is.
Whoa.
Yeah, he's just like this deep, dark, like sinister samurai type character.
Wow, that was cool. It's very Joker-esque. Like the Heath Ledger version.
Mm-hmm.
The makeup kind of.
Yeah, it's more of like an evil samurai.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think he's portrayed something along those lines before in New Japan.
He has actually.
Yeah, so it's just now with the freedom that wrestlers kind of have when in WWE, they're allowed to explore kind of stuff they did outside of WWE, and
it's not so tight anymore. As far as that's
there's just a little bit of an open mind to creativity, we'll say.
Yeah,
right.
It's just a different game being played.
So there could be at one point, because this is another type of character Shinsuke Nakamura did, but we could very well see a Michael Jackson Shinsuke Nakamura then.
I don't know. We'll see whatever is put on our screens.
But I'm expecting this to be a fantastic match between these two gentlemen.
I'm waiting to see how long it takes for LA Knight to get involved.
Yeah. I mean, that was his title, right? So
yeah, and Nakamura's been attacking him at every chance he got.
Wow. Way different.
Yeah, they did change the color of the canvas.
Oh yeah, it's a nice little blue.
Mm-hmm.
Nice white ropes. Have they been white like that all the time?
Yeah.
Okay.
I thought that they had just like rolled out like a little carpet thing for the opening promo. That's what I thought it initially was, but
Holy. Wow.
oh, we're back to commercial, and I've got a Canadian Tire ad.
Nope. This is jerrygo.ca for lawyers and stuff.
Oh. And another political ad.
So that's pretty interesting. What kind of commercial does Parrish have over there?
I don't have one.
Mm.
I just have thanks for watching commercial break. That's all it says.
So you're so far out that you don't get commercials.
Well, remember, we'll all get different things based on our regions, right?
That's what I mean, yeah.
Well, Bubba and I were comparing because we're in the same region, so it's more probably along the lines of what our algorithms tell us, you know.
I can do, but also this is on YouTube, and I got YouTube Premium, so I don't get ads.
Exactly.
So
I have it as well. But here's the thing: I have it as well, but it's still giving me ads with the option to skip it.
Well, then why don't you skip it?
Again, now it's saying thank you for watching. Commercial break.
Yeah, I've had that the whole time.
I have this ad for something called Mudwater.
Oh, Mudwater is actually really good for you.
Yeah, it's like a health drink of some kind.
Yeah, no. I know exactly what it is. I've actually tried it before.
Is it actually tasty?
Well, it's not.
I mean, they call it Mudwater.
Yeah, but they call Dr. Pepper, and there's no actual peppers in it.
Or an actual doctor.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
I like how you went straight to the pepper.
Yeah.
Disregarded the first two letters of it.
I'm not going there. My child is sitting here. See how he sees a little hand. Don't tickle.
You're lucky.
I got a headset on. I know. They seen you waving, but she says hi.
I says hi.
What's up? So I do something. I do good.
Okay. Oh, get a text message.
So commercials on YouTube are just as fun as commercials on regular programming.
Yeah.
Oh, now we're back.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah, so in another move tonight, too, they've now moved Lillian Garcia over to SmackDown to be the ring announcer, and Alicia Taylor is going to be moving over to Raw to be the ring announcer there.
Yeah, they advertised that a couple of days ago.
Yeah.
Ouch.
that chop looked pretty stiff. Looked like he caught Nakamura in the throat with that chop, too.
Whoa. I haven't seen that move in a long time.
Well, he's
Me
always
neither.
done it.
Yeah. He doesn't pull it out often, though, but he has done it.
No,
At
that's
least
what I'm saying. I haven't seen it in a while.
Hmm.
he used to
again-
be a PG programming. That's why I didn't pull it out as much.
Then again, I haven't watched SmackDown in a long time too. So
Well, last week.
But
is
that
a
goes
long
back to
time.
you're saying maybe he will bust out the Michael Jackson gimmick.
Okay.
oh, that didn't pay off at all.
So I got to wonder if Andrade does pull off the win here. Does Andrade attempt to get a title shot against Nakamura?
If he wins this, he will get a title shot. Is what I
If-
heard at the beginning.
Yeah, if he wins it, I can also see them just doing a triple threat
Mhm.
Yeah,
for that United States Championship, including LA Knight, because I can't see LA Knight being happy that somebody else is getting a title opportunity before he gets his.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
this also goes back to because we do know that LA Knight did get into a little bit of a fender bender on the weekend at a live event, so this could also be in case he isn't available for in-ring competition right away.
Yeah.
But from what I understand and read, I don't think there was any issues with his physicality or physical health.
no,
No, I heard he was fine, but
could have been a little shook up a little, and that was just about it.
mhm.
Oh, that was interesting. Reverse elbow.
Andrade looking a little bit frustrated there because he just can't seem to keep Nakamura down right now.
Well,
I think he looks more shocked that that didn't put him away opposed to frustrated.
Mhm.
yeah, it's kind of where I was gonna go with that.
Oh. DDT right onto the top of the ring post.
I do have a match next weekend. I am doing homework.
Taking notes, are you?
Seems like a decent move to me, although I will say independent ring posts might be a lot worse.
Yeah.
Yeah, I figured that was gonna
Well,
happen.
Yeah. A win right off the Kinshasa there.
God, he looks way different.
I love the angry look on his face, the look just
Uh-oh.
yeah, here
Yeah,
comes
you called this one, buddy.
yeah.
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 All right, where's security?
They're still trying to separate KO and Cody,
Oh, KO's still going.
probably. Because they literally just had security out there trying to separate them.
I'm
before
getting
this
tired of
match.
that. We need security for every little altercation.
Right.
Yeah.
This was the best way. Powder out.
We need a commissioner like I commission my fantasy football league. Pure chaos because it's the best.
Wow, dude. He's hot right now, eh? LA Knight?
I mean, he's definitely riding a wave of momentum. How people physically look at him is another thing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I love that Apollo Crews is getting TV time, even if it's just, taking a beating or doing something like this right now,
I love that we have Pretty Deadly on our TVs. I think they're the most underappreciated tag team in wrestling.
Well, seeing that tonight's episode of SmackDown is a 3-hour episode, I fully expect that we're going to see a lot of talent that we haven't seen in a while on our TV,
Who are those guys? Oh, never mind. See, there's a lot more respect for the general manager on SmackDown than Raw.
Why is that? So why is that?
It took him and one referee to split people up, not the entire.
Oh, there were multiple referees there.
Oh, I only seen one.
Oh, yeah.
and a bunch of the WWE producers were there too.
Oh, I didn't even see them.
That's because they showed the camera view was clearly towards one set. But yeah.
Huh.
I was gonna say, but Adam Pearce is always involved in there. That's why he always gets RKO'd or hit with stuff. He gets more physically assaulted than Adam Pearce does.
Huh. I'd love to see these two guys, the two GMs, get in a match.
Oh yeah, that's
some superstar.
That's something that the fans have said because both of them have been former NWA World's Heavyweight Champion.
Right.
Yeah.
But only one of them has their name in my phone.
That would be Adam Pearce.
Yep.
I'm not in liberty to say.
I'm just literally throwing names out there. 50-50 shot, you know what I mean? What are you giggling about? Yeah.
This ain't Among Us, bro.
That's literally how you play the game sometimes, Bob. We'll be like, one of us will be like, it's white, we saw him, and then you'll be like, oh, it's green.
I'm voting purple. Why? Oh, because I can.
Because I can. I don't need logic to vote. That person.
Actually, in that game, it helps a lot.
It does.
Yeah.
But when you guys are playing with me, is the game not that a little bit more interesting? Because you got the chaos in there.
Now
it's actually it's all. Yeah.
Asshole.
I'm going for the
Parrish.
big fat
Watch
duck
your
now.
back. Watch your back, Parrish. Just remember that last night.
Why?
When you said watch your back to Parrish and it was actually yellow and he was with orange.
I go full Stone Cold when he's in the game. It's a DTA mentality, and I think we all know that.
Oh God, that's funny.
That's why, of all people, I'd mess with him more than you.
But Bulkster's asking if we have a Discord. We do not have a Discord yet.
Probably never will.
I have one.
I have a Discord account too, actually.
I think everybody has one except for me.
Well,
To be honest.
And Turbo.
But that is something we could probably consider doing once we start picking up a little bit, you know?
Or we should just tell Carl to do it now.
Yeah.
I should. It's probably at work. I'm like, hey, bro, you know what you need to do right now? Not your job.
Right now.
Not your job. Go figure.
I can't wait for Monday.
Could this be the start of Pretty Deadly turning babyface?
I don't know if they were really much babyface when they were cowering away.
We'll have to see later on tonight, though, when the tag titles are on the line against the Motor City Machine Gun. So
I think their shtick can just go either way, to be quite honest.
Mm-hmm.
It's one of those things where it's open-ended. If you find it entertaining, yes, they can be baby faces, but if it's effective in a way for success, then no, they're not.
Mm-hmm.
It's, I think, no different from kind of what Chelsea Green's doing, ironically enough, because if she's doing Chelsea Green stuff to say Nia Jax, you're going to cheer her. It all
Right.
depends on who the shtick is going up against.
Right.
It's like Wonder Woman, not even close.
Mm-hmm.
I'm literally surprised she's not coming out just like Lex Luger back in the day, red, white, and blue, and all that.
Well, she is the United States champion.
Well, exactly. That's what I'm saying. I would.
The longest reigning women's United States champion. Hey, her words, not mine.
Yeah.
She said so last week. And so did Piper Niven.
Yep. Oh, that's great.
I'll just ram her like a freight train into that corner.
think I might be slightly ahead of you guys.
I hit a small buffer spike that was like a half a second.
I just got Nibbin powdering out.
Yeah, and I've got Michin diving off of the
Yep.
apron there.
Yeah, I'm slightly ahead of you guys.
Slightly? That's good.
Yeah, slightly. It's only a few seconds.
Well, nice
I'm at the
catch.
commercial break.
Ouch.
Yeah, now we're at the commercial break.
See? Slightly.
Yep. Child, you will be going to bed. Leave me alone. She's tickling me.
Go to bed, child. It is time for bed.
She is so her father's daughter. Karma, bro. It's brutal.
You should put her on. We need to tell her that there's still time. There's still hope.
No, I'm talking like
We believe.
she's
We can
not
turn
like,
the ship around. Oh no, keep going. This is
Nope.
working out for you.
nope.
If it makes you feel any better, my boy definitely has the inner the fun loving a-hole in him, just like I do.
Oh yeah.
Like, at least I'm saying it with the child not in the presence. That's just rude, bro. No wonder where she gets it from.
She's not even paying attention to me. She's playing Roblox right now.
She puts the ASS in sassy, doesn't she? Mm-hmm. And then you're questioning it with why.
I see his little hand.
Ow.
That one's a troublemaker.
So, Parrish, I got my Netflix this morning. I
That's
looked
good.
for Black Phone, and I added it to my watch list. It's going to be watched this weekend.
You should also watch Ozark.
That was the other show I have to look for.
Mm-hmm. And then watch Squid Games while you're at it too.
Well, yeah, I added that to my watch list when I was setting up my account.
What else can I make
The
you
TV
watch?
series and the movie.
Well, there's a second season.
Now
2
there's
on
a second
Squid
one
Game.
coming out, yeah.
Yeah. It's already out. Came out on Christmas.
Yep.
I know. I added a lot of programming that a lot of people have recommended I check out on Netflix. So
Carry On. That's another movie that you should watch.
mm-hmm.
And then just think, in a few months, you can watch Happy Gilmore too.
That's literally one of the reasons why I wanted to get Netflix, because I do want to see that.
Purple.
What?
And we're back to live action.
Are you actually playing Among Us right now?
No, my kid is playing Roblox.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
You just said the word purple, so I was like, out of like randomness. So it was a legit question.
No, I played earlier today, though, and I was the imposter and
Of course you did.
was one person away from winning.
So you still lost.
Pardon me?
You still lost.
Yeah, I did.
When I was playing also this afternoon, and I became imposter 3 times in a row, and not once did I get sussed.
No, because everybody leaves the lobby when you become imposter.
No, nobody left the lobby. It was actually a full lobby, and they took out the first 2 imposters, and I got everybody else.
I got Parrish on that one. That was great.
How many imposters are you playing with?
I was playing a 3 imposter, 15-person lobby.
What a bunch of dorks. 3. You got... Tell that lobby they suck at the game if they need 3 imposters to win.
They did, actually. They sucked really bad.
No kidding.
But I tell you what doesn't suck, this match right now.
Oh, who just yelled like that? Holy.
I'm not sure because I don't have my audio on right now.
I got an earbud in with my laptop so I can hear it.
Man, if I was connected to that one, I would just yell.
No, see, that's this one. I have it turned down.
I'm so glad that you'd have like half your audio to us with your amazing hearing abilities as it already stands.
Well,
This is just going to be wicked.
chaos. Nice. Good job.
Well, Michin takes the win on that one. I've noticed something with Michin. Her move looks similar to Dakota Kai's, and I still can't quite see the difference between the two.
That's because they're pretty much the same.
That's what I figured.
Uh-oh.
It's just the way
The
they
wise
fall
man's
down.
walking in. Watch the alarm go off.
No, he's smart enough to just walk
Adam
around
Cole. Adam Cole's losing it. Get him through that.
That's Michael Cole. Adam Cole works at AEW. And yes.
Listen, at least I got the last name correct.
Oh my God, don't play this 50% BS. Know the product. You don't even watch one of them and you still get it wrong. We're higher. We're making sure that you're at a high standard here. So,
Oh, there you go, kid. Good job.
I
I'm ignoring you.
I feel we'll be saying that to you later.
No, because when she goes to bed, I'll get off here and go to bed myself.
Yeah, and that's when I'm bed. Bad boy, kid. He's like, darn it.
It's kind of boring without commercials.
Yeah, that's
Told
why
ya.
you got to fill the void with talking instead of yawning.
Huh?
It is kind of like having OMD here, isn't it, Best?
A little bit.
Oh, that was a well played one. Which, by the way, that lying little, said he was going to be at this one. He
has his kid.
Yeah,
Still.
but he still said.
Yeah,
Well,
he did say it, but he messaged me this afternoon saying he wasn't going to be able to do it because his kid's mama is picking him up tomorrow instead.
mm-hmm.
Poor kid. Another day with dad just going.
Jeez, we're so freaking horrible.
Hey, man. He brings it on himself.
And he can dish it out too sometimes. So
Yeah.
When he's not face first into his phone, yeah.
So
Buttons.
we know the main event of this show.
Mhm.
Yeah, we do.
I don't.
I was saying, like I was saying yes.
I know, but Bubba's
Oh.
like, I don't.
Oh.
No, it's a 6-man tag featuring Tamatonga, Solo Sikoa, and Jacob Fatu versus the 3 Usos. Let's see how long he picks that one up.
No, it's Sami Zayn. I get it.
Yeah, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Very
You did have that look though that you were thinking, wait a minute, 3
Well, of course,
Usos.
I had to think about it. I'm like, 3 Usos. Oh, Sami Zayn.
Yeah.
You gotta give me a minute to catch up, okay? My brain's
technically, Solo is the 3rd Uso. I mean, if we really
True.
want to go technical. So there's actually 4 Usos in that match.
Yep.
But we also know that there is Motor City Machine Guns versus DIY. Where do we think this match is going to go? Right before?
I'm gonna say around the 2nd hour of the show, we're gonna see it happen.
Yeah. I was thinking top of the last hour.
So in like 2 minutes?
No, I mean the 2-hour mark of the show.
Well, technically in 2 minutes, we're on the 2nd hour.
Yeah.
Well, right now, it's a package for Naomi. I thought she was actually coming to the ring.
Nope, just a little video package promoting the upcoming championship match we will see later in this episode.
Can you see that match being the co-headliner kind of match? Have that one.
The way they've
It
been promoting it, yeah.
Just finish it off with 3 consecutive title matches?
Yeah. That's what I'm thinking.
Speaking of championship matches, of course, at the start of the show, we saw Cody and KO do their little thing, and Drew McIntyre got involved, which I think Drew and Cody could very well be Saturday night's main event. But I'm thinking about that ladder match, and what if that match is actually a way for them to officially declare the Winged Eagle belt the official WWE title?
Well, Cody Rhodes did state that his title will be hanging above, not the Winged Eagle. So I'm taking that into consideration.
Mm-hmm.
And 2, I do not see Cody Rhodes having a championship match at Saturday night's main event, because why would you have somebody who's about to go into a very physical ladder match be in a match for the titles legitimately a week prior?
Well, because I'm just wondering, because in that promo, Cody said, I'll take on you anytime, anywhere, basically.
And he also said he's not medically cleared, so we don't know when that will be.
Yeah, that's true, too.
There's a lot more language on tonight.
Well, it is on YouTube. So we'll see if they're a little bit more favorable to it. But at the same time, yeah, I think USA is okay with this. As we all know, USA is the television rights in the States for SmackDown. Paul Heyman talking about how Solo Sikoa stole the Ulafala, stole the Tribal Chief, stole the head of the table spot from Roman Reigns, and that he and Roman Reigns, Paul Heyman that is, taught Solo Sikoa, trained Solo Sikoa, prepped Solo to become the Tribal Chief of the future. Not right now, but the future. So that is where the hostility of Paul Heyman and Roman Reigns comes into play against Solo, because Solo Sikoa, as you can see, is not ready to wait, whereas Roman Reigns was not ready to give it up. So as they prep for their Monday match, Tribal Council, Paul Heyman is just doing what Paul Heyman does, and that is promote what could only be a WrestleMania main event worthy match between Solo Sikoa and Roman Reigns for the Tribal Chief spot and the Ulafala on the line.
Yeah, that's the one thing I love about Paul Heyman promos is from the moment he starts speaking, he's just got you gripped already, you know? And he doesn't have to say much, you know?
Oh, looks like we have Solo standing here. Now, does his minions come out from the crowd or what?
Yeah, I firmly believe we're just going to get a little bit of a preview of what our main event is going to be.
Okay.
And that is why I could see potentially Roman Reigns getting involved in this main event. And then I'm going to kind of put it out there. What if Roman Reigns gets involved? But then what if Drew McIntyre also gets involved?
Oof.
Because he said to Cody, you're not on my list, but we do know that Roman Reigns, Jey Uso, Jimmy Uso, and Sami Zayn are.
Mm-hmm.
Was Solo Sikoa involved in that at that point?
Mm-hmm.
There's
Solo Sikoa was the one who made his debut at Clash at the Castle while
Right.
preventing Drew McIntyre from becoming the Universal Champion at the time.
Mm-hmm.
Right. But I remember, last week there was that you handle your business.
Yeah, and right now there's a
then
bit of
reveal
a strained alliance, we'll say.
That's right.
Yeah.
I remember that now. I mean, how wrong is he? This is great. Oh, the yeet chants are going now. That's awesome. I love it. Aw, come on. Throw it on the floor, Heyman. Do it. Drop it on the floor. Wow.
Yeah, I would have just dropped it right there on the floor.
Right, I would have went to hand it to him and just dropped it.
But then he would have been put through a table, and he wouldn't want that. Remember, Paul Heyman is trying not to get beat up right now.
True enough.
So why give the man with the biggest gun in the room the ammo?
True enough. Ooh. Hmm. Holy. That was deep. That was some deep words right there.
I think this is where I want the Solo's bloodline. I wish they had one more member, and I know Tonga Loa is hurt, but I really wish that had they brought in somebody else. I don't think you really needed or should have had Solo in a tag match tonight.
No.
Yeah, this is where I would think like Hikuleo would have been a good fit.
I just think if you're gonna not have Roman do as much in ring, why have Solo do as much as he's doing?
No, exactly. He should be preparing for his big battle. Like, there's no way he should be in the ring right now.
So, and that's kind of just where I'm a little bit, I guess, not seeing Roman and Solo on the same playing field, even though the match that they have on Monday makes them feel like they are.
Mhm.
It just seems a little tilted to me.
In which perspective is it tilted?
And like, don't get me wrong, Roman Reigns is the bigger star from a company's aspect. I get that. I understand that. But I don't feel they're making Solo Sikoa feel that way right now. Not nearly as much as they still make Roman. Even if from a number aspect, Roman is, at the
Mhm.
very least, from a show perspective, I want to see Solo feel more like the untouched gem
Mm-hmm.
of
Right?
the show that everybody fears. It's like, if I touch it, something bad's happening to me.
That's kind of where I'm at too.
Especially knowing that that's exactly how Roman Reigns was when he was running the ship in the bloodline.
So then let me ask you guys this. How would you have booked that promo then? Would you have taken Paul Heyman out of that equation and put Roman in? Or would you have Solo out there on his own doing that, saying something? Or how would you
I
go
don't
about
have
doing that?
I don't have an issue with the promo. It's the fact that
Mhm.
Solo's in the match and Roman is not.
Oh, okay. So yeah, throwing Roman in the match wouldn't be such a bad move. But
But
taking Solo out would be the better move, honestly.
that's where I'm going with.
Yeah.
That's why I wished that Solo's bloodline had that one extra guy, so Solo
Mhm.
didn't have to partake, because I just feel like then you're putting him on that same pedestal as Roman Reigns, and it
Right.
makes them feel more like an equal in power, or at the very least, it's like at least one. Like, Roman represents the positive tribal chief, whereas Solo represents the evil or the negative
Mhm.
tribal chief. So it's like, now, okay, which one is which?
Yeah.
It's very much like when Shawn and Razor were battling for the Intercontinental title. Which one is the real Intercontinental champion? One had
Yeah.
one had or the bogus, and one had the real. But to win, they unified it, and whoever won became the undisputed. It's very similar mentality here with
Yeah.
the Ulafala, but it's only one Ulafala. But it's the name tribal chief instead of the Intercontinental Championship.
Yeah.
Right.
That's where it's kind of at. But it's like, at the very least, when Shawn Michaels was parading with the bogus Intercontinental title, he still made himself feel like he was the real Intercontinental champion.
Yeah, he was still the deal.
And he made it believe that maybe he was the real Intercontinental Champion when we all knew he wasn't, you know?
And I think when Roman wasn't on SmackDown, you had more of a belief that Solo is, but now that he's back,
Mm-hmm.
it just doesn't feel like he is. And that's where I think, I don't know, there's just something that doesn't make it still
It's not
seems just a
clicking
little
for you?
tilted on the perception. A little bit. That's why I think if Solo does win, I think that helps him. I think the right move on Monday is Solo Sikoa winning the match.
You think so?
I do.
I see where you're going with that for sure.
Because here's the thing. If Roman Reigns loses, does it really affect him?
No, not at all.
No.
But with Solo winning, this makes him just that much bigger of a star.
Yeah. And that's
Okay.
why I think I'm just trying to break it down. And it's like, especially if you were to bring in somebody else, whether it's a Hikuleo, whether it's a Zilla Batu, whether it's a Dwayne Johnson, I think that person has to help Solo defeat Roman.
Mm-hmm.
And if that's the case, then it's got to be, and this will kick off the feud between Roman and The Rock. It'd have to be The Rock
for WrestleMania.
Yeah.
And that still leaves it open for even at Elimination Chamber, where you can still have Solo and Roman have a match there as well.
No, I think right now, I think the Monday match, you do not have a match with Roman and Solo for a very long time.
Yeah.
Because the more you have another match, the more it takes away from what they just did.
Mm-hmm.
It's a high stakes tribal council, Ulafala. Now, whatever they do next, you're saying that means more than what the Ulafala is, and that should never be a thing. I strongly believe that The Rock should be there helping Solo, and then Solo could maybe put the Ulafala around Rock's neck.
I mean, yeah, because he's technically the final boss, right? Quote unquote, the leader. I could get behind that.
Or at the very least, there is some sort of acknowledgement that Solo might be the tribal chief,
but
he works in the Rock's like he is, like he works for the like the Rock is just a higher power. It's something greater than that.
Yeah.
Also, I just want to touch. I have shown a few of you guys this, but there's a lot of Joe Hendry signs, and we got a tease on NXT about him potentially doing something on Monday. He also has announced that he will be a part of Chris Jericho's next cruise.
Yes.
Which runs through the Royal Rumble. So it's very unlikely he will be a part of the Royal Rumble. So I just want everyone to know that if you're seeing those reports with Joe Hendry in the Royal Rumble, don't believe them. Because unless he doesn't do the tour or the cruise, he won't be in the Royal Rumble match.
Right.
And it seems pretty set in stone that he's going to be on the cruise, because I saw it from Jericho's personal Instagram. Mm-hmm. I saw it on the Fozzy Instagram and the Jericho Cruise Instagram.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, when it's
everything that's run by Jericho. So.
God, it's nice to see these guys in the ring.
Yeah. There is a part of me that's very surprised with how quickly they've decided to do this feud. But at the same time, with the whole transfer portal going in, part of me believes that the Machine Guns might actually be on Netflix.
You think so?
Potentially, because I don't see them defeating DIY.
Okay.
I think I'd be cool with them going to Raw, because I kind of want to see them fight Finn Balor and JD McDonough, for instance. I think that would be a hell of a match with those four men.
Right. Jesus, it's really been 22 years for the Motor City Machine Guns. Holy.
Well, 22 years where they've been in the business. Take an account, they didn't start off with doing this right away.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
No, I actually remember Chris Sabin's first X Division title win.
Mm-hmm.
And that was back in 05, 04, 05, somewhere around there.
Yeah.
Regardless, that's cool.
Mm-hmm.
And then Alex Shelley, when he debuted with Generation Next Ring of Honor, was May 22nd of 2004.
Yeah.
And I think both of them at this point have been kind of working the scenes for a few years. So yeah, 2002, 2003, 22 years.
They're well seasoned.
I mean, I think they both started when they were like 18 or 19 years old. So being 40, 41 right now, yeah, the math is mathing right now.
Right. Good for them.
I mean, you look at AJ Styles too. He's 24 years around the business.
I'm 20. Like it's weird.
Yeah.
And I look younger than all of them.
I mean, AJ debuted in WCW when they were in their final months.
Yeah. And that was 99.
Yeah, 2001.
No, but like when he had his first WCW match, I think it was in 99.
Yeah.
I think he did a dark match or something with them. Yeah, his debut was 1998. Crazy. But then R-Truth is like older. And then Rey Mysterio is even more so.
Right.
I mean, Ray's debut WCW match was against Dean Malenko at Bash at the Beach in '96, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, that's just his WCW debut.
Yeah, not talking about his ECW debut or his debut in AAA.
Okay, get this. His debut in wrestling came April 30th, 1989.
So we still have a wrestler from the 80s who's still wrestling on a full-time basis.
Jesus.
It's true because he wasn't even 15 years old yet. He was 14 when he had his wrestling debut.
That's cool. All right, gentlemen. I'm going to step away for a minute. I'll be right back.
Okay, bye. Carl does it. Can't act that surprised. Still crazy that no matter how much time goes by, just the timing of the machine guns has always remained. We just saw that double top over the top plancha they do. They're going up at the same time, they're coming down at the same time, and their air is exactly the same. Like, it's just very impressive with how in sync they are with one another.
Right? I mean, we've seen the Hardys attempt to do that. We've seen other high flying teams, Edge and Christian, attempt to do that, but nowhere even close to what the machine guns can do with it.
Well, the machine guns, from an individual standpoint, they wrestle more of the same style. Matt and Jeff do not. Like, not even close.
Yeah, and even the same could be said about Edge and Christian too. I mean, yeah, they're both technical wrestlers, but their wrestling repertoires are completely different, you know?
I'm like, for most tag teams, you have a healthy mix. Like, even though I do believe Alex Shelley is more of a technician when it comes to the in-ring than Chris Sabin, I mean, they've adapted, and they always seem like, it seems like when they perform, they're performing differently in a tag format than they would in an individual at times. So that's what always makes their matches fresh, I think.
Yeah.
So
It's
if they
that,
were, go ahead.
it's that mentality that they have in New Japan, right? You start off there, you're a younger wrestler, you can do all these high flying moves, but then as you get along in the years, like we've seen it with Shinsuke Nakamura is a perfect example of it. But as you get older in the years, you adapt to the changes to what your body can do in the ring and all that. Actually, Murder Grandpa is the perfect example of that too, you know?
Well, it's not just adapting with age, because right now I don't think you'd be able to tell that the machine guns are 40 years of age.
No.
But it's more to kind of, hey, like when we're a tag team, we're this unit, and we want the brand Motor City Machine Guns to be known for this. But then when the brands Chris Sabin and Alex Shelley are there, those brands could be different, and that's how they could branch out.
And again, that timing and coordination between the machine guns coming into play there. But I mean, like, they've also been able to adapt to the changing styles of the ring over the last few years as well.
Oh, yeah.
My question I have, though, is if they do, let's say they do go to Raw, I wonder how they're going to adapt to, like, wrestling like the War Raiders or AOP or anything like that, because they're easily adaptable. So I'm curious to see how they will adapt to that, to wrestling them. So now we got Berto and Garza out there now. Still don't like calling Umberto Berto.
I know I'm way ahead of you at this point, based on just where you were talking.
Well, yeah, I seen them like tackle each other over the pinfall, and then I was confused. I was like, wait, I didn't see the referee signal for the bell or anything like that, but
Yeah, you did.
I thought the match was continuing. So that was my perplexed look. I'm like, is this match continuing or not? Right now, I've got Naya talking to Candace in the locker room.
Do you still have that segment going?
No, I've got the match card right now on my screen.
Which match do you have?
They're talking about Nia and Naomi for later tonight. And
okay, yeah. So I am so I'm already on the commercial break.
Yeah.
And then, there's a okay.
I wonder
I'm a good probably now 15, maybe 20 seconds ahead.
I wonder if I switch over to my Fire Stick if I'd be caught up with you then.
I don't know. No, I just wanted to gauge.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's what I'm trying to gauge too. Is which one would be the faster service for me to watch this stuff on?
But so notice there's a few people on the YouTube side of things, and if you guys want to do us a great deal and a great favor, make sure that you hit the like on that video. Make sure you give that thumbs up, and if you can, make sure you hit that notification bell button to alert yourself every time Turnbuckle Studios does go live. And you also want to make sure you do the same on all platforms. If it's Facebook, make sure that you're liking that video, and make sure if you want to give like a thumbs up or a heart button, we'd appreciate that. And if you're over on the Twitch side, please follow, please send us a good little subscribe. If you want anything else, that is your choice. We just ask for a little bit of that appreciation and that support. And then over at my Instagram and Twitter, if you can, do the same, share. And that's the nice thing. If you can, share out the videos, whether it's on the Facebook, the YouTube, the X, or the Instagram, and just let everybody that you know that Turnbuckle Studios and the Smackdown Security Detail is live. And we want you not only to be involved, but be active on the chat, because we want to have a healthy and respectful discussion about pro wrestling and about SmackDown and about kind of what the future of WWE entails, as just in a few days they will be live on Netflix all throughout Canada and on Monday nights all through the world. And if you guys want to get a little bit more in depth with what Turnbuckle Studios is doing, well, check out this little video.
Turnbuckle Studios and the Turnbuckle Affiliation Program bring you the week of streams. All times are in Eastern Time. Monday nights you get the Locker Room Breakdown at 7 p.m., followed by the Raw Patrol at 8 p.m. Tuesday brings you the flagship show, Turnbuckle Talk, at 8:05 p.m. Wednesday we play games with the PlayStation Showcase at 8 p.m. Thursday we get a variety stream with the Boar's Nest at 8 p.m. Friday we game again with Unleashed, the Jessica Wilde story at 7 p.m. Following the game, join us for the Smackdown Security Detail at 8 p.m. The weekend brings you Saturday Night Gaming at 8 p.m. On Sunday be sure to catch the Chris Parrish podcast at 12:15 p.m. Be part of the shows and join the chat every day.
And that is all the great programming that we have as SmackDown does come back onto the air, but also a little programming note that we will see. In due time, the Boar's Nest will be switching over to a new TNA Impact show. So follow Turnbuckle Studios and the Boar's Nest, as well as Dan Harisik's YouTube channel, OMD's channel, for more information on that, because we will have a lot more information in the future.
Okay, I switched it over to my Fire Stick because I wanted to see if it's faster.
That was interesting.
Mm. My Fire Stick is faster. But that was intriguing.
Triggering in a few points. One, how specifically it was done to separate Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens. But also Kevin Owens to Jey Uso, watch your back. The exact same words of wisdom Drew McIntyre told Cody Rhodes earlier tonight in the opening segment of SmackDown.
Yeah, now here, as we're looking at the segment right now on my screen, another thought came across my mind, and it's starting to ring a little bit more true that there could very well be some kind of an alliance between KO and Drew being built up here.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm only saying KO and Drew. I know they've mentioned the idea of Seth Rollins being involved as well, but I don't know if that's the case at this point.
A fiery Cody Rhodes who shows nothing but respect to Nick Aldis, saying he's a good boss and that he appreciates what he does, but he also has the right to call his own shot, just like Nick Aldis had the right to do what he has to do to protect not only the future of WWE, but Cody Rhodes. But he does say that if he sees anyone that resembles Kevin Owens or even Kevin Owens himself, he will drop them on the spot. But right now we have Bianca Belair making her way down the ring in support for Naomi, her tag team champion and partner, as she gets ready for a women's championship match against the Irresistible Force and the women's champion, Nia Jax.
Yeah, and as I stated earlier, Nia, it's pretty clear that Nia is going to take the win in this match.
Oh, I never once thought that this was going to be a title switch. But a very intriguing thing is what we're getting right now, a good little preview of Fatal Influence. As we're getting ready for New Year's Evil, set for this upcoming Tuesday on January 7th. Live on Netflix for Canadians, but live on the CW for Americans, and most likely Netflix for everyone else.
Yeah, it's Netflix everywhere in the world except US.
Yeah. I mean, they always have to be different, right? But where I was going to go is I'm very intrigued to see, as we've seen Candice LeRae and only Candice LeRae have conversations with Nia Jax in regards to potentially getting the tag titles. That leaves the Money in the Bank champion right now, Tiffany Stratton, kind of out there. What do you think she does because we cannot forget that Tiffany Stratton is looming with that briefcase. Are we going to see another tease, or is tonight the night that we see the cashing?
I mean, if you want to start the new year off with a bang, what better way than to have the cash in, right? And it would be really unexpected because, like, this is kind of like, to me, it's a nothing title match. But I mean,
is there anything
you
as
might
a
be onto
nothing
something.
title match nowadays?
No. But I mean, like, this is just a title match in passing, we'll say, you know?
Yeah. But it's also those type of feelings that make you second guess at the end, because we have been held to shock value anytime we thought that tag titles in the main event were just another tag title match. And we saw new champions, whether it was through DIY when they defeated the Bloodline, or whether it was Judgment Day winning the tag titles from Awesome Truth. I still remember those, and we had very similar feelings around then. You just never know anymore. The phrase "never say never" is more true today than it's ever been when watching the WWE.
I mean, look at the Machine Guns and DIY. That started off as like what we thought was going to be a nothing tag match. Now it's blossomed into a full-on tag team feud.
Well, again, I'm canceling out that word nothing. We just didn't expect it to be as important to the now as it was then.
Exactly.
We always have that open-end feeling of, okay, is there more to this, or is this just there for a rating boost? But we always know that there is nothing about a situation that we see that has a nothing value to it. There's always something. Everything now matters, and I think that is what the beauty about the WWE in the modern day.
And you just actually triggered a long-term memory for me, and I'm going back because we've been talking about our memories of Raw, and I remember when Bret Hart defended the title against Bob Backlund, and I remember thinking, okay, this is just a token title match, as OMD would call it. Bret's going to win. Bob Backlund's going to go on his way. But what did we get out of that? We got a full feud out of Backlund and Bret, because Bret won the title, Backlund went nuts, and then that led to their match at Survivor Series that year.
The Footprint Center. Yeah, we need better names for arenas, people. I understand naming rights, but holy cow. Was that the old jobbing.com arena?
I think so. A lot of those arenas, they sort of blend together to me on now with those names.
That was a sign.
I do like that we're getting a little bit of like history on these arenas.
What I'm happy is we're getting so much time to breathe with every segment. Nothing feels rushed. And if I'm not mistaken, this is the first 3-hour SmackDown.
I've done some digging, and I firmly believe that too. And I may have to go back into Netflix to see, but again, there's not every SmackDown is there right now. So.
And just like we talked about, coming by the side of Nia Jax is Candice LeRae. No signs of Tiffany Stratton.
I gotta wonder. I got a feeling that she's. You might be onto something with this match. You might be onto something.
Also, I have like the captions on, like the wording of everything that's said. Oh, it is hilarious. What is like how it's translated.
I got to do that now.
It's just over the course of the show. Some of them is really funny. But it's no different from when you make a short and, those are things you have to do. And you're just like, how the heck did you get this out of that?
Yeah, especially when I'm going into my editor and I have to edit the shorts there. Oh God, that can be, it's a nightmare sometimes.
Oh yeah.
I actually didn't even think about that when you said captions with live Netflix. Maybe I won't need to actually mute myself as often if I can turn the captions on Netflix for live presentations there.
It's a good little thing to have, but at the same time, I think you will, just because it's going to be a little different just to hear it in the text, in the tone, all of that, and just getting the actual information about it. It's just you can read something, but the way you read it might not be the same way that it's said, or so that's just always it. That's why, like, the amount of arguments that I've had that comes out of a text, just because the way I am sending it is not interpreted the same way. Oh my Lord.
It could get lost in translation at that point.
That's why phone calls still should be a thing in 2025. Don't be lazy.
Right.
I literally had a talk with my sister about this, and she's like, if you called me, I wouldn't answer. I'm like, well, what if I'm having an emergency? Then she's like, she had to stop and think,
Yeah, it's just like, it's like everybody now has egos in some way or some shape or way. It's just like get off the high horse here and then go clean up its, what?
Yeah.
Once in a while.
Like, don't get me wrong, I love my sister and all, but that conversation made me not want her to put her on my emergency contacts at the hospital.
I mean, it's one thing if you can't answer the phone, or you're just like in a sense of like, you know what, now's just not the time for me. I get that. And everybody's going to have that moment. Situations are definitely understandable. But if you have time to do a 25-minute back and forth text,
you should have just been talking to me at like 10 minutes.
Just dial the damn number.
Yeah, quit being lazy.
You can get through that whole thing in like 3 minutes and save yourself 22 minutes of you time.
Right. How you doing?
I mean, if you're going to say it that way, I'm going to say that.
I kind of thought Bubba was channeling his inner Enzo there.
Dude, I was watching some old school Enzo and Cass promos and stuff. I was like,
was it the one when they introduced Blue Pants to take on Carmella? Did you see that one? Yeah, that one was on.
Yeah.
Dun, 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 dun. Did anybody else get the prices right when they were here?
Oh, totally.
Okay, good.
Totally.
Yeah.
I giggled a little bit when I was watching it, to be honest.
Wasn't that Blue Pants? Wasn't that her theme in the Indies? I think she used that as her theme in the Indies, the Price is Right song.
That would be funny.
Don't know. I got other stories that I am definitely not talking about right now.
No, I know. I've heard some of those stories. So.
Oh, little one says good night.
We say good night.
And good. No, I'm just kidding.
Wow.
It's a Kenny Omega, man. Like, if you don't know, you say Adam Cole when Michael Cole's on the screen. So I make an AEW reference, and they're just like,
I knew it was Kenny Omega. You don't have to tell me that. I knew it. As soon as you went like that,
Well, I have to.
I think my computer just lagged.
Yeah.
So I'm the
I had
one
to switch over.
ahead of time. He's over there. Kind of
I'm
like
actually
normal.
caught up to you now.
You're late. We all are doing different things this week.
I'm
It's the
actually caught
commercial
up
that
to you
did it.
now because I switched over to my Fire Stick to watch it on.
There we go.
Yeah.
I'm back now.
But we never really. Just because you're on a fire stick doesn't necessarily mean we're on the same time.
Yeah. This is a really long commercial break, but
I mean, they all kind of feel like that way if you're just looking at like one screen.
yeah.
It's different when there's actual commercials on. You're like, hey, maybe I will buy that dish soap.
Or, maybe I will vote for Pierre Poilievre.
No, you won't. Well,
I
I
won't.
mean, we can't vote for the prime minister of this country because our voting is fun.
Yeah. It's screwy at best.
Right? Oh, that was close.
STUPID. There we go.
Mhm.
I did my ends up.
I got the closed caption on too, and I'm just kind of laughing at how the misspelling of like Nia Jax's name. She's now Maya Jax.
Or Maya Jackson sometimes.
Yep.
Yep.
And Jade Cargill became Jake Cargill earlier. The elbow drop is now the Elmo drop.
I seen that. Like,
What else? You too. Aww.
oh my god. Too funny.
I feel like Naomi hasn't gotten a lot of offense in this match.
Well, it's a good way to make her feel like the underdog, though, too.
Yeah.
Because she's against somebody who is considered a dominant champion and nicknamed the Irresistible Force.
Right.
Yeah. I think this is just, showcasing how dominant Nia is and then giving you the will and showing you the heart that Naomi has by withstanding it and not giving up and
Right.
kicking out and keep fighting. I think that's kind of exactly what they're going at for.
Yeah, and we're gonna see like a hope spot a little later on in this match. I'd have to assume with Naomi.
Nope. Of course.
We're gonna get the hope spot from Jessica Carr.
No hope spots. Just, let's see what you can take. It's the Homer Simpson boxing.
Yeah.
Nia Jax will just get KO'd by putting in too much offense and getting tired.
Wow. That was pretty interesting. And then just gets bowled over again.
Once again, Nia looks like she's dropped more weight than before.
You know what? I was actually going to say, didn't Solo Sikoa look like he was a little slimmer too?
He did, actually.
But I mean, black is also very slimming, so it's hard to say. But I mean, no, I mean, I think what we're seeing is a lot of people, not just Nia Jax, but I mean, with Nia Jax, I mean, obviously she got a lot of backlash just from fans who always judged her in the past, whether it was them thinking she worked dangerous or she was maybe too big and all that unnecessary stuff that you heard that didn't really ever need to be said to her or even put on social media. And people who said that should be ashamed of themselves.
Right.
But also the fact that Nia Jax is putting in, that effort to not just be in better shape, but also she's more devoted to the business and to her craft. And the fact that 2024 was easily her best year in ring, and she was one of the best in the company on the women's end, and she should be given her flowers and getting more praise and getting more respect from the fans who criticized her because she doubted, or she showed the doubters and proved a lot of people wrong with the 2024 she had, because she was absolutely on fire. And this is the Nia Jax that I think a lot of people, including herself, wanted and hoped for, and now you're getting it. And just look how much it adds to the women's division in a whole.
Yeah.
Wow, that was a sweet move.
The Samoan drop there?
Yeah. And you know what? I'll be the first one to admit I didn't like Nia Jax when she came in because of those reasons, but I never stated it, right? Like I don't like her. There's something about her. I'm sold on Nia Jax now. Like 100%.
Because I remember when she came back and you weren't too sold on her, and like I believe it was like, well, the rest of us were, we were telling you like she's greatly improved since coming back,
Well, it's just when she was on Raw, that's when Bubba got a little bit more of the introduction to the new Nia Jax.
Yes.
But also, let's just put this out there. No one is in a place to ever judge anybody based on the fact that they look a certain way or are a certain way. That's just wrong. And let's face it, like,
yes,
dude, come to my show on Saturday. You'll see flabby boobies. And I'm not talking about my opponent. I'm talking about me. All right? I don't look like $1 million, but that's not the point. All right? It's, what is my match? Like, how do you think the match is? And right now, Nia Jax is having matches that are almost on a nightly basis a match of the night.
Right. She has definitely, like you said, improved her ability, improved her ring awareness, improved her just all over opinion by other people.
Well,
Which you're right, it's wrong to have a negative opinion about the woman, but she was wrestling unsafe. At a certain degree, she hurt somebody.
Yeah, but an injury doesn't mean it's her fault. Like an injury can be a different form of reasons. It's it's like nobody ever gave Sasha Banks crap for when she kicked Paige in the back of the head. But if somebody got punched in the face for real, Nia Jax is unsafe. Even though a punch in the face is what Becky Lynch needed to become the man.
Yeah,
really.
So, that was Nia Jax. So you can thank Nia Jax for the man character, people, if you really want to get down to it. But you won't do that. You'll just say she's unsafe because negativity and Twitter are like peanut butter and chocolate. They're the Reese peanut butter cup of go, yourselves. It's the perfect combination is what I'm saying. Reese's are just beautiful.
Yeah.
Dude, I was at the grocery store today and I was tempted to buy Reese's ice cream bars.
Oh,
see, like I can't do like the ice cream or that stuff. To me, it's just the cup is like the perfect thing.
Yeah.
The Reese's Pieces, I think Reese's Pieces beat M&M's.
Yep.
true enough.
What about the Reese's cereal though?
No.
I mean, Reese's Puffs are good, but they're not in the same batting cage as the other ones, though.
Yeah,
it's a cereal.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, equally as bad for you, but it's a cereal. It's not a candy bar.
True.
And yes, I consider the Reese peanut butter cups a candy bar. People can at me all they want, but guess what?
It's sold in the candy bar section, so
Yeah. And they actually have a little breakable version of it too, just like other ones. So
yep.
take your chocolate, take your peanut butter, and go, you know what, to yourselves.
You know what? Going back to the whole everybody saying Nia Jax was unsafe, it was the same thing with Seth Rollins too, because like within like the time span of a year, he broke John Cena's nose, he retired Sting, and he injured Finn Balor. But the arguments that they made.
Let's like actually hit the nail on the coffin here. It's because of the gender. It's because it's the thing. It's because of how women are looked at in the business. It was just a bunch of ignorant horseshit, if I'm being quite honest, and it should never have happened.
And I said the same thing for both Nia and Seth, because I'm like, for Seth's 4 people in like at that time the 15-year career he had already had, you know.
But like it's just, you know, and the who it's coming from has no source, no value. Ever talking about it. It's just dumb. You're not going to watch another show on, like, say, Netflix or on TV and say that actor was unsafe on the role because of this and that and that. Like, nobody says that. So why are you doing it to your wrestling programming? It's just so stupid. It's so silly. Not to mention, you won't say it to their face in real life, because if they did, they'd probably be a tattoo to the pavement had they do it, but they're too scared of using that. So.
Right.
That's it. This Thursday, I'm going to go up to Eugene and tell him he's the most unsafe worker.
I would laugh if he just punched you in the mouth.
I know he wouldn't do that. I wouldn't even say that to him because I got too much respect for the guy. So
I know, but it'd be funny.
It would be so funny that my knee would slap my face instead of me slapping my knee. Hilarious. The little arm would just come out of my knee and just slap me.
Right.
Be like, stop hitting me. You're being rude.
Dude, I'm going to apply to be a fire ranger.
Oh, what?
Fire ranger.
Is that like if like the Power Rangers went to a firefighter? No. It's like Zordon changed to occupations or something. It's just like now he's inside the firefighter's bowl talking. You led me down a rabbit hole, dude.
Yeah.
Got a little like you got the little robot, but it looks like a fire extinguisher. Trying to go save people from fires.
Oh, do it. Oh, that was close.
Terrific.
Oh, that was cool.
Oh, that was close. You're not going to get her to submit. Come on.
Yeah. You can wear her. You can at least wear her down off that. Oh, I kind of had a feeling this was going to happen.
Right.
But I was going to say, notice no Tiffy coming out to at least try to make the save, but Nia made the save.
Ladder. Is that a purse?
I thought it was the
belt.
No,
it was a title.
It was the belt, eh?
Yeah, that was hilarious. She just chucked it like it was like a cloth. Just right in the stomach. You just get like this plate, and you're just like, ow. Oh, that's fantastic.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
I love that
geez.
angle from that camera.
Yeah, that's a.
Oh,
Oh, that was a great
That was-
reversal.
is she really?
Well, we don't know if it's gonna successfully happen this week.
Probably not. Just
I mean, this
do
is
it.
the
You're
first
taking too
time-
long.
This
So
is
wait,
the
what-
first. This is the first time she's actually brought a referee.
You've seen that happening. How's that pin count if she was holding the ropes?
She
Yoko-
wasn't.
she
She
wasn't.
wasn't holding the ropes at the
Yeah.
time.
Oh, okay. It looked like she was on my.
No, she
Angle.
grabbed the ropes as
No,
soon
she
as the
just-
three ended.
Yeah, so she can get back up.
Yeah. Watch it again. See?
Okay.
Crosses
Yeah.
the arm.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. From
What I loved is like she did that, and then you just see like Naomi's head go up, and then it just slowly goes back down. That was such a great sell.
Yeah.
that's funny.
Whoa.
Oh, what? Do it. That would have been epic. Holy.
But I think I called this.
Yeah, you 100% did, and I'm just, you know, that shock value that we talked about beforehand.
Mhm.
I've got that shock value going through me right now as I'm looking at
Cash
this.
in.
That's exactly what she's doing.
Oh, I hope she gets it.
And according to the closed caption, her name is not Tiffany Stratton anymore; it's Tiffany Shelton.
Oh, come on. Holy
Yes.
Holy cow. Dude, that is awesome.
Oh, that makes me so happy for her.
Wow.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
You called that, didn't you?
I
Yeah.
did. I totally did.
While you
right.
were while you were away, we were, because we noticed like at first Tiffany didn't come out with them like she usually does.
Yeah.
This guy said not in the derogatory way, but said it's like what feels like it could be a nothing match, and I'm like, there is no such thing in the WWE as nothing matches now.
Mhm.
And I'm like, we are not seeing anything about Tiffany during the backstage segment. Nothing with Tiffany. So I think that is done for a reason, and I think we will see Tiffany Stratton make her, and I think this very well could be the day that we see the cash in. And guess what? We got the
it.
cash in.
Dude, I'm not upset about that.
Yeah, because when you said that, I'm like, well, that's the way you want to start the new year off. Start it off with a bang, right? You made it make sense to me when you brought that up, you know?
And the pop she got.
Yeah, like they're still going nuts for her. But I loved the tease before the cash in as well, because it led us to believe for that brief moment that we weren't going to see a cash in.
It reminded me a lot of Randy Orton's. Every time leading up, his music would hit, he'd come down, he'd walk up to the ring, and then he would just turn around and walk back.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden he does that when Daniel Bryan defeats John Cena with Triple H as the referee.
Right.
wins that WWE championship. His music plays. He walks to the ring. Everybody looks stunned. He turns back, starts walking away. All of a sudden, that's when Triple H turns Daniel Bryan around, pedigrees him. Randy Orton turns around, walks down. Boom. There you go. Randy Orton becomes the champion. And now Daniel Bryan is in that sympathetic role. And fans finally, for the first time, get to see the WWE Championship with Daniel Bryan's name. So now it's believable that he can do it. But now they want to see him right the wrong that he was had. And then you have that mixed with the whole storyline with the Rumble, him not being in it, him not getting part of it. They wanted it more and more and more. And that's when WrestleMania becomes a thing. That's when the Authority officially started.
Right.
I think the Randy Orton cash-in is so underappreciated in cash-ins, because when you really look at the long-term stories that came out of it, when you got the Authority that came in, which did so much for the company at the time, and then that brought you Daniel Bryan's resurgence and the WrestleMania moment, and for the first time in history, the popularity of someone who was not in the company's plans for WrestleMania changes their WrestleMania main event plans. I think it's one of the more impactful cash-ins of all time.
Right.
Because at that point, a lot of people were led to believe they were going Batista versus Randy Orton at WrestleMania. Batista won
there's
that.
always there's always a part of me like I know that the plan wasn't for Daniel Bryan, but there's always that part of me that always thinks that maybe Daniel Bryan was always the plan at WrestleMania, and we just didn't know it,
Daniel Bryan was supposed to go against Sheamus at WrestleMania. That was the tentative plan. It's been confirmed by multiple people that it was him and Sheamus at WrestleMania, and then all of a sudden, everything changes. CM Punk walking out of the company after that Royal Rumble changed everything too.
Yeah.
Because it was supposed to be him and Triple H at WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Then, as we know, we got Triple H versus Daniel Bryan. If Daniel Bryan won, he was added into the main event, which he then defeated both Batista and Randy Orton to become champion by tapping out Batista.
And to be fair, now that I think more on that one, they kind of needed that Daniel Bryan win after what happened with Taker and Lesnar earlier that night.
I still would have ended with that. I mean, it's so. I mean, it wasn't the match that came out right after it, but
but it's just, if you watch that show, the crowd just seems so deflated after that match, you know.
Oh man, I'll tell you guys off screen how I do it, but even then, it was like everybody craps on it ending, and it's like, well, at the end of the day, WrestleMania is all about moments and making moments. There might not have been more of a collective, holy, you-know-what moment than Undertaker losing at WrestleMania for the first time.
Yeah.
So I don't care what people said. The job was done masterfully.
Yeah, that they got the shock value, as we're reliving the shock value we just saw moments ago.
You're right.
You know?
I'm not shocked. I called it. Welcome to Friday Night Smackdown. That's right.
Ooh.
Because Tiff Down just doesn't have the same thing. But Smackdown? Yeah, there we go. So in a span of 4 days, Michael Cole's going to be doing 6 hours of wrestling.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, because him and McAfee are going to be calling Smack or Raw from now on, because
Yep.
they moved Joe and Wade Barrett to a Raw post show, I think, or something like that. That's going to be on YouTube.
Are they not the SmackDown guys now?
I read somewhere that they were going to be doing the Raw post show, but hey, if that gets Megan Morant off my screen, I'll be happy. I could be wrong on that one, and I will admit if I am wrong.
So it's Corey Graves and Michael Cole for SmackDown.
Okay, so who's doing the Raw announce team?
Michael Cole and Pat McAfee.
Yeah.
Michael Cole's doing both, from
Yeah.
what it looks like.
Wow.
Yeah, so they are moving Joe and Wade to that post show that I heard about.
I am wondering if Wade Barrett could be
Preparing for an in-ring?
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And my guess, if that's the case, him versus Drew at WrestleMania sounds pretty enticing.
Yeah. You know where I think I would debut or return Wade Barrett at the Royal Rumble, put him in the Royal Rumble match for a few minutes, you know?
Well, that's the obvious.
Yeah.
How would I bring a guy back in January? Oh, yeah. The one match where the surprise entrant is always a thing. But yes, I mean, that's something. I mean, but you could also just do Drew McIntyre stepping out of line at one point to the point where it's Wade Barrett that does something about it. I mean, it does look like Solo Sikoa is getting more defined.
Yeah.
Either that or his tattoo is definitely larger now. For no reason, Jacob. Why? Jacob Pilatu.
Oh, Jacob Fatu's last name, according to the closed caption, is now Jacob Butt2.
Yep.
This is actually funny watching the closed captioning as they make their way to the ring.
Mhm.
I can only imagine, though, if they were doing this like years ago when YouTube actually first introduced the closed captioning, and it was just so incredibly broken.
Well, it's not exactly put back together right now.
No, but it was even more broken when they first announced it. Like if we were doing that, if we were doing this like 20 years ago, and I said your name, Parrish, it would like say zebra or something underneath the screen or something like that. You know.
That's right.
I can't wait for Monday, boys.
It totally has a PLE vibe to it, doesn't it?
Well, why would you not kick it off like that?
Yeah.
I mean, you'd be pretty stupid to come into this new branding with Netflix and put on a mediocre show. If you don't try to have everybody there that's big named in your company, you're pretty stupid.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I just gotta chill.
I mean, with the match card they have right now, whether it's whether it's Drew McIntyre and Sami Zayn, or NJ Uso, I mean,
Mm-hmm.
whether it's Solo Sikoa and Roman Reigns, whether it's Rhea Ripley and Liv Morgan, CM Punk and Seth Rollins, like clearly a PLE type show, and it's gonna feel like one. It's gonna feel special. This is the first time you only get to make your debut once, and they're making their debut on Netflix. They're taking the longest episodic television show off television
Right?
for the first time in 31 years.
Yeah. That's a
And,
big deal.
Yeah, and they're gonna make it when you got over, like, what was it, like 5 years, 10 billion? Like, when there's that money big, you don't think part of that 10 billion is being put into this show moving forward? 100% it is.
Totally.
So, I mean, new branding. I'm curious to see what the set's going to be. You'd have to think a set's going to be
Mm-hmm.
there.
They're updating it.
Oh, yeah. And I don't know if you guys have ever taken a trip to the internet and looked at how the Intuit Dome looks, but it is a state-of-the-art type facility.
I've never seen it. No.
I've seen a few images of it. I haven't seen the interior of the arena though.
Oh, you should. And then imagine what Raw could look like in there, especially Raw at this magnitude. When you got the who's who and it's in LA of all places, just
Mhm.
Hollywood. It's going to be absolutely incredible, and it's going to be a show that you will never forget, and you definitely won't want to miss it.
I'm not
Holy
going to.
shite!
What?
Looking at the interior of the Intuit Dome, and it looks like a smaller version of the arena the Raiders play, the stadium the Raiders play at. Like the scoreboard at least does. I can't think of the name of the stadium. SoFi Stadium.
Okay.
Yeah, Raw's going to look fantastic in that building.
So I'm going to correct you. SoFi Stadium is where the Chargers,
Yeah, that's what I meant.
not the Raiders, play. The Raiders are in Las Vegas.
Yeah, I still remember the Raiders being in Los Angeles, so.
But they don't play in SoFi.
Yep.
The Chargers and the Rams play there. Legion Stadium is where the Raiders play.
Yeah. Wow. Just gets better and better on the mic every time.
LA Knight kind of looks like a young Sheamus in that one.
He
Yeah.
did, actually. Well, next week we have U.S. title match, and LA Knight's actually the first man to announce his entrance into the Royal Rumble match.
Second, John Cena was. But,
Oh, did he? I didn't see that.
He
he did that. He did that.
he said that when he came back, like, and said, "I'm doing one last tour, and I'm gonna be here, here, and here."
And didn't CM Punk kind of say he's in the Rumble match too a few weeks back?
I think so. Yeah.
He did not, actually.
Pretty sure he mentioned he was going to be.
And according to some of the lists I've seen, neither has John Cena.
Yeah, you should definitely not check the list, but check more of John Cena stuff. Anybody who thinks John Cena is not in the Royal Rumble match, seriously, needs to get examined.
No, I expect he's going to be in the match.
When he came back and said the Royal Rumble's going to be the last Royal Rumble, he said the Royal Rumble match is also going to be the last Royal Rumble match for John Cena. So he didn't have to say, I'm officially entering.
Mhm.
He already said he was going to be in the match without it being one of those quote unquote, I'm officially entering myself for this
Right.
year's Royal Rumble. That seriously needs to stop because it is annoying how often by verbatim that is said. What is Jimmy Uso doing?
What was that? Doing the windmill?
I don't know, but
Dude,
eating
doing the windmill,
eating makes Samoans do weird things, man.
doing the windmill while humping the top rope. That's what he was doing.
And what Sami Zayn is just doing Sami Zayn things.
Excuse me.
Now, just imagine if Jey Uso wins the Royal Rumble, what that place would look like in terms of eating. We saw that panoramic shot of everyone just doing the eats. Imagine if he won the Royal Rumble. You'd have like 40 some odd thousand people doing it.
That would be a cool visual, man.
Crowd's just right into this right now.
It's still going on.
Can't tell me this guy's not popular. Like, come on.
Imagine if they did that through the whole match. I mean, I don't think they would, but
Jesus, that'd be crazy cool. World record, longest yeet chant ever. Get her done.
So do you think Carl would like YouTube commercials more or regular commercials more?
Hmm.
Let's do the over and under on that one. Because if he just got the thanks for watching commercial break thing, I honestly think he might switch in Dr. Pepper for, let's just say, that Jack Daniels they were talking about on SmackDown.
Yeah. Or maybe he goes after Cody's whiskey too.
Yeah.
Yeah, because even if you pay for the no ad Netflix with Monday Night Raw, you're still going to get ads.
I mean, you'll get like all the internal ads.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, yeah, but the difference thing is like they'll have the ads part of the programming, whereas you won't get like the whole. I'm watching thing, and all of a sudden you get a 45 seconds about Doritos or Cheetos or something.
Right.
Well, yeah.
But you'll get like, hey, on top of WWE, check out this one Netflix is playing, or check out WWE's next PLE. I mean, that's understandable.
And probably whatever WWE, whoever is sponsoring WWE, will have some ads in there as well. Sounds like somebody's playing a video game.
Typing text messages.
Huh.
Yeah, right. Who are you voting for?
What?
Pink, right?
Purple.
Just remember, red is always sus.
Yeah, we always know it's blue.
I mean, that one game they were hardcore going after Bubba when he wasn't even sus in that one game.
And we're back on SmackDown.
Oh, we're finally settled down and having a match. Okay.
Yeah, I was crazy with how long that went on for.
Yeah.
But I mean, again, like when it's all natural and when it's all organic, like it's a special time. Like when you saw all the European PLEs and how crazy the crowd gets, especially the one from Backlash in France, and you saw all the Fireflies come out. Everybody said, "Well, America, now you got to step up." Well, I think Phoenix, Arizona, I think they stepped up.
Then again, they're a city that doesn't have much good things going for them. I mean, they lost probably the only good thing going for them last season.
Well, they care more about the Diamondbacks than they ever did about the Coyotes.
Coyote.
And that's still not even saying much, though.
And they have the Cardinals. So
Oh, and I guess the Phoenix Suns, but
they've been really butt hockey, which is, Ooh, Tamatonga versus Sami Zayn. That's a match I'd like to see.
Mm-hmm.
is this the first time that Jimmy and Jay are in an actual tag match since their split?
No,
No.
they did a match like right after. Remember they did the 6-man with Roman?
Oh, right, yeah.
They did. I'm actually surprised you knew that, Bubba. Or are you just going 50-50 on the answer?
No, I knew.
No,
No, I knew.
Oh, that was fantastic. See the caption on that one, Pest? So,
I think so.
Sikoa.
Wait, what did it?
It almost looked like like cocoa, but
Oh yeah.
or, you know, trapezius muscle. Oh yeah, this is Jimmy Uso's first match since War Games.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. I think that was the first I was more or less thinking about, actually.
How funny would that look like? Sami Zayn doing that and his foot slips. He ends up on the floor.
It's actually not that difficult to do.
Yeah, it's happened to me a time or two.
No, I mean just like what he actually did, like the bounce off.
Hmm.
I used to always do that in training. It was weird. Like there were things I would do in training that like I just never would do in like an actual match, but you'd always see me do that stuff in training.
Sammy, Sammy, Sammy.
That was nice.
Oh, nice elbow.
I'll just wait.
Oh, he caught him. Damn.
Beautifully done.
See? Still ahead.
Winning in life.
Hey, instead of that, and now getting money taken out of my account, this is beautiful. So this just in, PW Insider is reporting that the 2026 Royal Rumble will emanate from Saudi Arabia.
I literally just got that notification too.
Bummer, dude. No, that's good. Good for them.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing I'm not going to enjoy is that's a lot of full bodysuits for the women.
Yeah.
That seamstress is going to be busy in December.
And I'm seeing like a lot of comments that I'm not going to watch it if it's in Saudi, blah, blah, blah. Shut up. You more than likely are going to watch it.
Those are the people that watch it. They'll pay top dollar for the pay-per-view too if they had to.
I like how people are also saying the Royal Rumble 2026 is heading to an international venue for the first time ever. The first Royal Rumble was in Canada, 1988.
Well,
Yeah, but-
correct them, Commander Data.
Maybe they don't consider Canada international.
Mm-hmm.
They probably don't because they're morons.
Well, maybe not in the 80s. Maybe Canada was just considered home.
And we're back. Jesus, that was big.
Oh, for a second there, I saw the tonight's headlines and I thought it was like the lower third they do to end the show. I'm like, wait a minute, what? Oh, Bobby Stat's coming in. He's saying happy birthday to me. Thank you, Bobby. I very much appreciate that. Glad to have you on the show as well. Hope you're enjoying SmackDown tonight, just as we are.
And Bobby, if you're new to the party, we have a brand new women's champion, and her name is Tiffany Stratton.
Congratulations are definitely in order for Tiffany and her win tonight. I have to wonder, though, how Nia is going to respond next week. And January 10th SmackDown is actually looking very interesting, you know?
Oh, I'm sure she's just going to be pleased with getting turned on by what she thought was a friend.
Yeah.
Well, Bobby, thank you for doing that. And it's another reminder to everyone, if you're watching on the YouTube, you can do what Bobby Vedino just did and like the video as well as hitting that notification button and alerting yourself every time Turnbuckle Studios is live and on your channel. We're having one hell of a 6-man tag as right now all chaos is ensuing.
I still can't make heads or tails on who I would, or on who should take the win in this match, to be honest with you.
And there's part of me that doesn't think there will be a winner. I think this is a match that could just end with chaos and
like the referee, like Charles Robinson loses control or something with all 6 of them brawling. Somebody maybe shows up, you know.
Well, that's what I was going to say. Think about who wasn't there in the Nia Jax Naomi match. Think about who's not here in this match.
I mean, Tonga Loa is missing and Roman is missing.
But as I said earlier, too, there is somebody that does have every single one of the Usos and Zayn on their list. And that man we saw earlier tonight, Drew McIntyre.
And yeah, and again, those words from Kevin Owens in when they were backstage, you know, same thing that Drew said to Cody, and then KO made the attack.
But he also could have been just reiterating the fact that Drew McIntyre and Jey Uso are going one-on-one this Monday in the Inuit Dome as Raw on Netflix debuts.
So I thought that the blue canvas would distract me from the show, but it hasn't really.
No, it's just a cut.
It's the same thing I said about the Prime logo being in the middle of the ring at PLEs. That doesn't bother me anymore. So
No, I think it's one of the small changes.
mm-hmm.
Hello, Bubba.
Hey. This is becoming a really good match.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, you called this. You.
We were literally talking about this idea about 30 seconds before you came back too, Bubba.
Probably.
We were also talking about it the first time he went AFK.
Yeah. Oh, but
Wow.
Jay was prepared for him.
I mean, he was warned.
Yeah.
Oh, that looks so devastating sometimes.
The way he throws himself into that Samoan drop, yeah.
Right? Like, just epic.
Oh, Jacob Part 2's last name is now Jacob Part 2.
That was a beautiful way to do it.
Yeah, that was a good finish. I like that. Yeah, this Raw is going to be fantastic. And the first stop of John Cena's farewell tour will be this Monday night as well.
Dude, that's awesome. Brilliant.
And that's going to do it for... Oh, no. Okay, yeah, now that's going to do it. I hit a buffering thing, and then it faded out.
Yep.
But that's going to do it for another edition of Smackdown tonight. What did you guys think of tonight's show?
It was, dude. It was exactly what it needed to be. It was a show that made you want to watch it every single second, because just when you thought there was a nothing match, no, you had a surprise cashing in right on you. Just when you thought this was just any go-home show, maybe you were claymored into a second opinion. And just when you thought you were firing with no ammo, while your machine gun was just a little clogged up, and you just have to do it yourself.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm done with those. What did you guys think?
No, it was
Bubba, I go to you. What did... Sorry, you.
Hey,
ahead,
it was
Bubba.
good. It was good. It was a good SmackDown. It was what it needed to be.
Yeah, this was. I wouldn't say it would be like the most memorable first episode for a TV or a WWE show, or for the first episode of the new year. But it was serviceable. It was a good show. The Money in the Bank cash-in is probably going to be the most memorable thing we're going to take away from this show. I like how they build to both Raw and SmackDown. Of course, with the Jey Uso, Drew McIntyre, and actually all of the matches for Monday's show were built fairly nicely on tonight's show. But we also got to look forward to SmackDown's first appearance on Netflix for us up here in Canada, and that's going to be an interesting show as well. So tonight, I enjoyed it.
Yeah, and another thing you got to take into consideration: this was the last time we're going to see any form of wrestling in WWE before this transfer window officially closes. So expect to see more information of where people are going to land. Probably by this time to the episode on Monday. So we're going to see the rosters getting, filled out, shaped up. So we're going to have a lot more answers of who's going to be going where. And I think this is that exciting weekend now. This is like this feels like a Christmas Eve for wrestling fans, especially the WWE wrestling fans, wanting to see kind of what Monday night does do, which of course, if you haven't understood this by now, or if you were living under the Dwayne Johnson, Raw on Netflix for the first time on Monday. And yes, we got a new women's champion in Tiffany Stratton, who finally cashed in. We got a little bit of more clarity of the U.S. title, as next week, LA Knight will go on against Shinsuke Nakamura for that United States Championship. And we're getting a little bit more people talking Royal Rumble, as Cody Rhodes says it's a month away. It's less than that now.
Yeah.
It's actually 4 weeks tomorrow. So, we're in that stretch now because we got Raw on Netflix, and then we got Saturday night's main event in just a few weeks' time, and then the Royal Rumble. So, and then we're off into the road to WrestleMania. So a lot is happening, and that's going to be a lot of fun just to see kind of how things get shaped up. We know John Cena's back on Monday. We know Tiffany Stratton's going to celebrate, but we know Nia Jax is going to want to dominate. Not happy. I can imagine.
Yeah. That's and we got a little bit more on the U.S. women's title scene. We got even more on the tag team title scene with now Legado del Fantasma and Pretty Deadly sort of inserting themselves into that as well.
Yeah, and we'll see if they're even on SmackDown come next week.
Yeah, that's the big thing. That's the big takeaway there. So
I wanted to do my Bobby Heenan, but what show are they on?
True enough.
And on that note, Bubba, what do you say you give out your socials there?
Yeah, man. YouTube, Bubba Duke, OMD. Again, that's YouTube at Bubba Duke OMD. And over on Twitch land, it's at Boar's Nest with Bubba Duke. Check us out there because I do a lot of podcasting there throughout the week when everybody else is kind of busy.
All right. And how about you, Chris Parrish?
Yeah, you can check me out on my Linktree, and that is linktr.ee/Chris Parrish. And you want to check out 5 of those specific ones. That's right. You want to check out my Twitch, my YouTube, my Facebook, my X, and my Instagram, because every Sunday at 12:15 p.m. Eastern Time, you can check out the Chris Parrish podcast, where Chris Best and Carl Carafel will be joining me because the draft is coming back. The second annual Chris Parrish podcast draft will be back. And then, of course, if you miss it by chance, you're a little bit on the honeydew busy side, you can always check it out on Spotify. Just search the Chris Parrish podcast and make sure you give it a rating. And if you're living within the area and you want to check out a good place to go and stop out and, pop a few adult sodas when you can, but also play a little skee ball, well, go check out Beercade YEG, located at 105 482nd Ave. You can check them out on Facebook at Beercade White, on X as well, and Beercade White, but also Beercade YEG. Make sure you're checking them out, as they will definitely have a Royal Rumble party going on. So make sure you check that out, where they actually give away prizes. And if you're there, a special announcement to an additional prize. Yours truly will be a part of that, so you make sure you want to check that out, even though I will not be there. Still, check it out.
All right, and before we get to my socials, I just want to promote our Redbubble. If you want to buy any our Turnbuckle Studios merch, just go to carlcarafel.redbubble.com. You'll find all kinds of things there: mugs, t-shirts, pillows, all kinds of material with our logos on them. I'm trying to look for the other one that we're supposed to be promoting here. Oh, if you also want to find out some information, thank you, Parrish, or whoever clicked that.
That was me.
Yeah, okay. If you want to find out any more information about what we do here, you can join the affiliation program at affiliationprogram.my.canva.site. We'll always be there to reach out to. If you need any help getting started in your podcast, feel free to join us. If you want to find me at my socials, you can find me at my Linktree, which is linktr.ee/Chris_best83. You can find me tomorrow night live as I do episode 12 of The Last of Us Part 2. Parrish, you look like you're about to say something.
No.
Okay.
I'm just
And on that note, as the one Carl Careful would say, the world is a scary place. Take care of each other.
I'll be there when you're down, when you're losing your ground, till the afterglow, the afterglow. Fading away, you look so great when you gotta shine. One more part of you is gone now, as you keep smiling at the crowd. Pressure is your best enemy, spotlight show what I wanna see. Sometimes it feels like you're under attack. You just get